you'll see his ears moving all around. So he can actually watch you through his ears. Right now he's radaring in and seeing what else is over there. This is all kind of new to him because he lives in the country where it's nice and quiet. Here there's lots and lots of bustle. Also with horses, you'll notice his eyes are on the side of his head. Our eyes are in the front, aren't they?
Yeah.
So when we look at something, we're going to look at you straight on. But Trifon, he can be looking over there and still see you, even though he's looking over there. So he can see all the way around both sides. And that's just so when he's out in the wild, he'll know exactly if there's any danger lurking close by. So he can see lots, but he sees different. Dark brown, you can see his body is all dark brown. And the mane is black. Black mane. And a black tail.
And he has very long black socks.
And he has long black socks. But he has one of them that's white. Can you see the one that's white?
Yeah.
One white sock. And on his forehead, he has a little crescent moon shape. And he's a daddy horse, and it's really interesting because most of his babies have a very similar type of shape. Some of them will look like a blossoming flower, and others will look like a little crescent moon as well. So these are all traits that Trifon passes on. That he'll be communicating to you. He'll be talking to you. One of the things he did, he just did a minute ago, he took a big sigh. Went, well, if we took a big sigh, do it for a minute. Big sigh. It's a relaxing thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Feels good. Well, same with a horse. So when a horse sighs like that, he's saying, I like these guys. I'm comfortable here. These good kids, good folks. I like this. He'll maybe do something else. You watch for him to chew.
Why you drool?
He'll make drool too. When a horse chews, it relaxes all of these muscles in his jaw. And it does exactly the same for us. So if ever you're feeling a little uptight, pretend you got a wad of chewing gum in your mouth and just chew. Try it. Just relaxes all. Your teachers, though, or your instructors, or parents might think you got gum in your mouth, so be prepared for that. But when you do that, it'll make you feel so relaxed, you'll probably sigh. And that's what the horse does. Big tongue. And it's real slobbery when he licks you, too, if he licks you. The other thing with his ears, if a horse is angry or mad, those ears will lay straight back like that. It's like he's saying, I don't like this. But he's not. His ears are nice and perked up. And you can see them, can't you? They're kind of twitching around. Mm-hmm. He's just looking at everything through his ears. He's looking at you.
He can look through his ears?
Even though he's looking over there.
He has 4 eyes.
He's looking through his ears. So I'm going to bring him down here.
See the sock.
Don't touch his mouth. That's right. Touch his shoulder. That's right.
Hey, come here.
That way.
Leg?
Pardon?
Is that a rock on his leg? Side.
Right in here?
Yeah.
No, in there. The horse has, it's called a chestnut. And it's kind of a same texture as your fingernail would be. It's got the eyes. They're just very kind.
Well, it's gonna
He just looks at you. I can't stare at you.
Feels kind of good.
Why did he stare at people? I don't know. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Hello.
Say hi. Atta girl.
He is so soft.
He is.
get off the fence. Once someone's just on car.
German, Swahili, Chinese, Norwegian, they don't understand any language. But what they do understand is what I'll say is the textures of our sound. No, well, sort of. They also understand what we do with our body. So we can communicate with the horse. I'm going to need you to help me. To get a horse to move, the first thing we have to do with our eyes we have to look at his hip back here. So I'm going to get him to go this way, so he'll be looking at his hip right back there. He's already moving because he can feel you. So you notice I'm not pulling him other than get his nose up. I'm going to make a clucking sound. Understand, you see, when I made that clucking sound, he started moving right away, didn't he? Combined with the fact that I'm looking at his hip, I'm going to throw some more energy out to him, and let's get him to trot. You can cluck with me, kind of that. There he moves. You notice, I'm not pulling him with the rope, I'm just holding it here. He's kind of trotting around.
Can he run?
Oh, we'll get him to move in a minute. To get him to stop, instead of looking at his hip, we'll now change and we'll look him right square in the eye. And we'll look at him with that look like, you know, when your brother or your sister comes into your bedroom and you don't like it. We'll look at him that way, right in the eye, and we'll say a word that's got 14 letters in it. The first letter is H, and all the rest of the letters are O's. And the word sounds like, oh.
Oh! Look at what happened.
I didn't pull the rope to make him stop. You did, because you used a sound that he understood. So again, let's get him to go. Let's look at his hip. Let's cluck. Throw that energy out there at him. Now, if we want the horse to gallop, we've got to still look at his hip, but now we're going to make a kissing sound. And I don't mean a little smooch. I'm talking like a big, warm, wet kiss. And if we use it just right, he'll move up. So let's try it. The grass is a little slippery for him. If we want him to trot again, come on, show him how you can. We can move our eyes and look at his front shoulder right where you petted him, and that will be enough to get him to trot. So let's move your eyes up to his front shoulder now, and he starts to trot. Let's ask him to stop, look him in the eye with that look like your brother or sister's been in your bedroom, and say that 14-letter word, which is? Now, we're overlooking one minor thing. That's got to be a slowing sound. So we're going to say it, we're going to talk Texan when we do it, because he can understand Texan. You talk low, and you talk slow. So it's a... So now you can go home today and say, hey, I learned to talk Texan. Then after Trifon has worked like this and run around, I kind of treat him like a puppy dog sometimes. I want him to come to me so I can shower him with pets. I'm not pulling him, he's just walking in. He understands my body language, which is down like this. It means come on in. And he gets just a little bit of love.
I like animal camp because I like animals and I like finding the horse and the color and YMCA rock.
My name is Emily, and I chose the animal camp because I enjoy animals, and I liked meeting Nickerson and petting Nickerson.